What's going on, everybody? This is Professor Crypto Banana. Today's video is going to be more focused for the newbies. So if you're feeling very overwhelmed, you're feeling discouraged, you feel that crypto's too complicated. My friend's telling about this. I go on Twitter, everybody seems to know their stuff, and I'm over here kind of like questioning my own abilities. No. I'm going to tell you right now, crypto's complicated. It goes over multiple different fields, takes a lot of time, energy, effort. Some of these people are OGs, they put in their time, they put in their years, and they can use these terminologies and discuss ideas really quickly, leaving outsiders to go, Now, you may be thinking then, well, I'm a newbie and now I'm left behind. No, because based on all the innovation and the concepts that are happening extremely early, meaning putting in the time, energy, effort right now may be overwhelming now, but just imagine in a few years or whatever your time preference is, how many more people are going to be coming into space feeling the same exact way. Best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Second best time is right now, because then as soon as this progresses, you'll be happy that you did. But don't stress about it. Enjoy the journey. But before we get started, I go over more points. I just want to let you guys know I'm not a financial advisor. So this is not financial advice. This is just for educational and entertainment purposes. Keep in mind, and that's for anything in this video that I say, show, etc. And it's also my opinions. It's just based off speculation. I'm not a crypto expert either. I'm like more intermediate. So I'm just trying to share my journey so that other beginners in the space are like, oh, I can kind of more relate to the professor as opposed to somebody that is like super advanced. Okay. Also, keep in mind that because I'm not an expert, some of the things I could be completely wrong in, could be inaccurate. It do be like that sometimes. But always do your own research, double check. But with that being said, let's just get more into the main details. Yeah. So, as I mentioned, crypto extends across multiple areas. It's kind of like, when you perhaps would go to college and they're like, what major would you like? Oh, you could do a dual major or a double major. You could get in this area, and then you got a little bit of that overlap. Well, crypto is kind of like a tri-major, a quad major. It integrates with so many different things. That is probably one of my reasons why I think it's so complicated. Because number one, deals with financial aspect, right? Because crypto, innovation, technology. You're going to know how to utilize stuff and what's going on, and it's all building and all, the development, coding, and all that aspect. Okay, so that's one side. Now also comes the financial aspect. How does this work? How does this work with code to make sure that things are working with money and you can trust the system? Because if I put funds in, I want to make sure I can get funds out, right? So then that in and of itself, very complicated. So knowing the financial aspect of how that works, so you'll hear like liquidity pool, or liquidity and liquidity providers and decentralized exchanges and versus a centralized exchange. Okay, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum. Oh, too much, Professor. Slow the heck down. Okay, all right. Thanks. I wasn't aware, but I'll chill. So we have the technological aspect. We have the financial aspect, and then you're hearing decentralized finance and taking out loans and providing liquidity. All that stuff's like, whoa. Okay, so then you gotta learn that. You gotta also understand, you don't have to, but it's very beneficial, macroeconomics. What's happening out there in the real world? What could be impacting crypto to go up and down as a black swan event? Are we in a bear market, a bull run? What is it? It has an impact on just like the basic trend on what's happening, and just trying to keep an eye on what's happening with their centralized banks and different systems. Wow, that's a whole other thing as well. A lot of people haven't really researched, thought about it, looked into it. It's difficult as well. In addition, researching, where do you look, right? So you go to school, they give you the books, there you go. Here you're left to your own device. Watch YouTube videos, do these news articles, all this stuff. It's a lot. So and then also communication. That's a skill in and of itself, how to network with the community, making sure that you're safe while doing so, because this is always with new people coming in. There's a lot of hackers and scammers that are looking to take advantage. So, with the email, maybe there's a funny joke now, but back in the day, a lot of people, and probably even today, that are not familiar with emails are like, oh, there's a prince from this foreign country and he needs my help to send funds because there's this horrendous situation. Well, a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to do that. That's a scam. Likewise, in the crypto land, if you get random messages saying like, "Oh, hey, can I just borrow some Ethereum because I just same category," yet because it's so new, people are falling for it, and it's very unfortunate. But it just comes with the territory. It's very new. Stuff happens. So always be on the lookout for that. But so learning, yeah, let's talk about that. Because at school, you go there and you could always ask the teacher, "Why do I need to know this?" And the best teacher, in my opinion, the most honest answer would be, "You're never going to need this. You need this for the test, and I need you to remember it for the test just to show that you can learn. Great. But then here's the main takeaway." So like, let's say these different types of rocks. Just say these different types of rocks don't matter. All you need to know, you go to a different land or different country, whatever it may be, there's different types. Blah. There you go. That's the main takeaway. Let's move on. What's interesting is on crypto, the more you learn, the more you get to focus on what you want to know and how it benefits you, which is exciting. It's that positive feedback loop. The more I learn, the more I can earn. Oh, yeah, isn't that like a popular saying or a quote from somebody? So, same idea. It's like you get to actually decide on your own time what you want to learn, how you want to learn it, what's best for you, and it is actually very exciting, right? Because at school, boring. But then when you get to like talk to other people about it, you learn more about it, you get pumped, you get excited. And then in addition, hopefully, knock on wood, you're making money or you're in a position to make money. And then that just, oh, that is awesome. So, and then in the meantime, you're networking. It's almost as if you're getting a degree, but without school and without having to pay for it. Well, you may have to make some mistakes. Mistakes will be made. That's another point. You will make mistakes. Will you accidentally spend too much money on a transaction due to slippage? Probably. Are you going to waste some money on some gas fees? Yes, you are. Are you going to send money to the wrong account and all of a sudden it's gone forever? Yeah, you are. Probably. So the idea is like make the least amount of mistakes, but understand that you're never going to be an expert if you're just always on the sidelines type of deal. But it's educational purposes only, so keep that in mind, not financial advice. But yeah, you're going to make mistakes and just don't take it personally. Just be like, it happens. I budget it. I account for it because I'm new. I had to pay the price. I got to get the scars here. You know, when you're playing basketball and you know first time, yeah, you're probably gonna fall down. You're gonna miss a ton of shots. You're gonna like play in a real game and get your butt kicked and then look like a complete idiot. Happens. It happens. And just allow yourself to fail to a certain extent, you know, and be safe and risk allocate, do all that good stuff. So, but don't take that, you know, tired like, oh, I suck. No, you don't. In fact, congratulate yourself because you're early. You'll see people on Twitter say, "GM, good morning." Why is that? Because you are so early. Don't believe me? Yes. You look on Twitter, everybody's an expert. However, talk to your friends, talk to your family. Say, hey, you got any Bitcoin? You on a centralized exchange? Maybe some people say it. A lot of people say, oh, it's a Ponzi scheme. I don't touch it. Too much volatility. Okay. How many people are willing to take the risk and use a Metamask? Very, very few. How many people now are in the position to even know how to bridge from one chain to another? To let's say go to Ethereum, to Polygon, and then go over to Phantom, and then bounce over to Avalanche, and then do some LP tokens? I doubt. In real life, I don't even know if I know one person. That is how early. So when I question, like, man, you know, I listen to all these podcasts on, you know, I'm catching them, I'm trying to pick up the terms, and other people are talking about TVL and EVM and LP tokens. It's like, well, nobody else is going to know this, and I'm way ahead. And to everybody else, I'm the expert. So keep that in mind. All right, well, what else can we talk about? Give me just a second here. I'm going to look at my notes. Oh, here's another thing. It's very easy to all of a sudden look at resources such as YouTube and go for the clickbait. Be aware that sometimes you are the product. I hate to say it, but sometimes people that are new to the space get exploited. As I mentioned, hackers, scammers, right? Because you could be doing the whole email situation. You know, like, hey, I'm a prince from a foreign land. I need your help. Similar things, scammers. So if you jump on Discord, Telegram, and you ask for help, and people are like, hey, what's your seed phrase? Never give that stuff out. People saying like, hey, DM me directly. I want to, you know, I need you to give me some money. I need you to enter this website, do this stuff. Be very skeptical. Watch out. watch out. Like maybe even be patient, chill. You can wait probably. Go on the main chat, ask to talk to an admin or a moderator, and say like, okay, is this legit? Because I'm really lost here, and figure that out, and take even extra precautions if you're not sure, because I want to make sure you guys are safe and avoid as many mistakes as possible. So never, never, ever, ever give out your seed phrase. Never, ever. So just don't. Okay, that's a pro tip right there. What else? So YouTubers, a lot of them will pop out as the clickbait 1000x gains. Could it happen? Absolutely. However, if that is the primary focus of their video, they just probably want to get you in there, right? And my focus is more on education, helping people understand, and then make the decisions where they can make the realistic gains, or even be in a better position to get that 1000x. But that's like a long shot. That's just like a lottery. I don't necessarily expect that, but just having the good principles, foundation, that's what's key. But that's not sexy. That you can't really, like, I can't be like, hey, newbies, here are some great tips, and then everybody's going to flock to it. But it's the most essential for the whole ecosystem and for yourself. So that's why I'm putting out this content. So always be aware of that. Be aware that a lot of YouTubers, they will shill out coins for their own bags. So I like it when people say, hey, I got paid. This is a paid promotion to talk about this token. I like it when they say, hey, I'm invested and I own a big portion, so it benefits me to do this video and have other people see this, because hey, I'm going to benefit, I'm going to get the word out, so I'm biased. So it's a good thing to know. I try to do that as much as I can. If I don't, my apologies. Not my intention. I like to be transparent, genuine, and show. But then another thing is, don't fall into the trap of diamond hands, we're going to hold forever, it's going to go to the moon, woo, on the hype. Because what I think happens is that sometimes people get taken advantage of. They see it like unsustainable growth, pump, 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 and then they want people to keep on going, and then once it reaches a certain point, people say, I'm out, and they dump. And then you're left at the top holding the bag, meaning you're the one that got up at the top, and the price will never go up that high again. Now, is that always the case? No, but just be aware, like the more riskier the project, the coin, and the pump, and all the hype, just be aware that that comes with the risk reward. Not to say can't make a lot of money, hey, or not to say that you get into a low market cap coin and the thing's going to take off and it's going to be awesome. Hey, there's a lot of tokens I like that are doing just that, and I do believe in its utility. But there's no shame in selling and taking profits. Definitely not. Because think about it this way. There are some people that got in extremely early, whales at the bottom. Price pumps, they hold in, hey, more people are going. They can just chill, be like, yeah, let that thing run, let that guy go. Goes up to the top, and then all of a sudden they say, I'm good. I'm taking my money. Now in the Discord, Telegram, everybody's like, yeah, Bumba, keep it going higher. Okay, but the whale, or certain people can just say, screw it, I got my money, I'm good, I don't need this. And they dump, and then you see that major drop. Now is the position of everybody else that are kind of like medium, small bag holders looking around like, what was that? How are those diamond hands holding up now? Some can say it, some can push it, but let's be honest, there's going to be some people that say, I'm out. Price drops some more. Maybe some people come in and get out, and there's the whole market psychology thing, but then what if all of a sudden people say, wow, this price is dropping. I never believed in the utility of this project. I was just doing it for some quick gains. They get out as well. Boom, done, more. And there's still some people saying, hey, diamond hand it, hold it, but you feel ridiculous now because you did your part, and why are you paying the consequences? So probably know your price target. That's always a good help. My strategy that I'm sticking to right now, more or less, is I put in an investment of a project that I think is great utility, low price, wait for it to double, take some out. Take out my initial investment as soon as it doubles, so then whatever happens to it from the remainder of the time for the bull run, it does its thing, and I can just be chill. I think that's my strategy, and I can sleep at night. I'm chill. I know I'm good. Now, other people can do other stuff. You got your own strategy. Cool. But then you'll hear plenty of people talk about, yeah, man, I was a millionaire, and then the bear market hit, and I'm down to my original investment. In fact, I even lost some. So be aware. But then also don't, it's the idea of like selling too high. Either ways, some things to consider. Cool. How are we doing on time here? Let me just take a quick peek. I don't see it, so I'll just try to go a little bit faster. Yay! What else we got? I also like, YouTube channels that aren't trying to pump the coin, but just more for the education and saying like, hey, take a look at this project. I find it interesting. Here's the utility. I like it. Here's kind of where I can see it going in a realistic sense. Check it out. And disclaimer, I'm invested. That is something I like. And then they say, this is how it can help out the whole crypto sphere. That's awesome. Some resources. Let's talk about resources. I'm going to always, in my videos, try to drop down the places I'm looking, the people that I learn from, because not all the ideas that I have and projects that I see are mine. I watched other videos and I liked it, so I'm going to pass that information along and say, check out my work over here. Follow this guy. And if there's somebody that gives out better information content, please. And you don't have the time to follow me or watch me, watch that other channel. I don't care. Let's all learn. Maybe drop back, circle back, and say, yo, check out this channel. Got some good info on this topic because Professor was talking about this, but no, this guy went more in depth. He did this. You got to check him out. Cool. I'm fine with that. In fact, I like the whole collaboration ideas and just getting that information out. One great analogy that I had, I don't know who it was, and it's probably in my own personal life. I love dancing, like just taking dance classes and doing out social dancing. Okay, cool. But in terms of looking for an instructor, I like the ones that they do 8 hours of a teaching. They're just burnt out. And for fun, they still go out dancing at the clubs for free, dancing with other people. Because to me, that symbolizes they just have a great passion for it. And that's what I love. Okay? So, as opposed to somebody that's like, okay, this is my job, I'm done. Ugh. No. So, that's how I always see it. And I use that for myself. It's, man, I'm invested, I'm doing this, I'm doing my research, I'm popping out the the videos, and I'll just talk about it still for days, and I love it. It's just what I love to do, passion. So another thing to consider, maybe try to gauge, is that somebody that's doing that as well, or is it just more of a shill? So, but every information is good. I think for the most part, you can always still get information. But anyways, enough about that. Just extra tips. So resources. A good place to look is, well, you're going to hear the application called Telegram, which is more of just a messaging. So certain projects will have their own channel. You hop in, and then, man, you're going to see probably a lot of memes go up and people talking a lot of stuff. But then you'll also have questions say, hey, can you please assist me? Be aware of hackers and scammers trying to message you directly saying like, hey, yeah, I can help. Watch out for that. But just in general, like, look for the mods. Hopefully, again, vet them out, filter, message them, talk to them. They can help you out. So, yes, because you'll go on the main chat, and then hopefully you can identify the moderators correctly. Watch out for the fake ones, because again, a lot of scammy stuff going down. But then it's also good information. What I'd even recommend, before you hit up the Telegram, and also Discord is another application to get information and get up-to-date announcements and stuff, use the search feature. Check the pinned messages, use the search feature, because let's say you have 10 questions, you're wasting, I wouldn't say you're wasting, but you're utilizing moderators' time on a question that you could have figured out yourself, but then maybe there's 2 or 3 questions that you couldn't, and they would have been able to assist you with that. So you need to prioritize your own questions, your own list. If you can figure it out on your own, utilize your own time, yeah, amazing and awesome. Awesome. But no, if you can do that on your own and find that is awesome, because then when you have like that 1 or 2 real questions that you can't get over, bam, you got that. Twitter is also a good place. Make sure not to go to the fake Twitter pages, not the fake websites of the projects. Make sure that they're legit. Probably check against CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko for the official places there. And for the social medias, very helpful. Very helpful. Let's see. What else can we talk about on that? Medium is a way to see like a lot of documentation about the projects and the tokenomics. So that's something else to be familiar about. So the reason why I say this is because coming in, you're like, whoa, where are my resources, where I'm learning? So you're going to hear Twitter get used a lot, Telegram, Discord, Medium, and use CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko in order to make sure you're using the right links and stuff. Fair enough? Cool. I think that's pretty much most of the stuff that I wanted to go over. And let's see. Yeah, understand that a lot of times it's okay to be in a centralized exchange and let's say just accruing your Bitcoin and whatnot. But then later on, if you want to go to the wild, wild west and actually utilize it and get your hands dirty and experience it, that's where having like a Metamask and trying, know that you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but that experience and that connection probably gives you a lot more insight and awareness of what's happening with the crypto innovation than those people on the centralized exchange that are just simply buying and holding, which there's nothing wrong with that, because perhaps what if you don't want to put in the time? What if you just know, yes, I think crypto is going to go up, I think Bitcoin is going to be amazing, and Ethereum as well, and all these other crypto projects, and I don't want to put in my research, I just want to park my money, time is money, I'm doing something else with my time. That is absolutely fine. But if you are starting to get your hands dirty, you're a newbie, I'm hoping that these tips help out. So then that way you can get like a better lay of the land on how to direct it and take a look at different places. I personally, I'm a big fan of Phantom at the moment. Phantom community alerts, such good information. He's an expert on that front. Taiki, he does more of the yield farming. I'm a big fan of also Daniele and his projects going around DeFi 2.0, and that's kind of like my niche right now. Alex Becker and Ilio Trades, they talk more about like the gaming crypto, and they're really big, and I think that'll be huge too. So much going on in the space. It's awesome. I love it. Check it out. Let me know what your tips and pro tips for all these newbies are, and well, good morning. Maybe now it's good night because I gotta get going. Pieces, dudes.